Hi, it's James from Hidden Depths Coaching. What I thought we'd talk about today was the importance of not making someone else wrong to make you right. And I can remember, my old coach, it was one of the hardest lessons that I had to get through. Because we used to talk probably 4 or 5 times a week. And then, I would come on with stuff and I would have a lot of reasons for why the thing that was challenging me. And any time I tried to make the other person's decision wrong, my coach always coached me through never doing that. Not only handling yourself, never make another person wrong to make you right. And I can mind asking him, why is that? Because if you feel like somebody's done something wrong, why can you not make them wrong if the facts are in your mind that they've done wrong? And he goes, well, it's to do with a thing called truth, which you're going to learn, and I have learned truth now, but at that time I hadn't learned that, I hadn't expanded to that level. And he said, people's beliefs are people's beliefs, right? And if you challenge their beliefs and try and make their beliefs wrong, then you open up that to be done to yourself, right? So if you want to be truthful about your own beliefs and what you feel is right, you've got to allow somebody else to have the exact same, right? So if they're doing something that you feel is wrong, the only thing you can do is just stay with your own beliefs. Because as soon as you try and challenge them, you're actually giving up your own. Does that make sense? You actually give up your own truth if you have to challenge somebody else's. And, what they're doing may be damaging or may be wrong in your eyes, but what you can't challenge is the belief system. If that's what they believe, then that's what they believe. And if you try and fight that, then that is when you become a bit like a politician. You try to discredit somebody to make you feel like what you're doing is right. Where I believe if you really know what you're doing is right, then you just go ahead and do that. So that was an important lesson for me. And we don't know the story. We don't know people. You might think you know somebody, but you don't know them. You don't know what they are going through. You don't know what's happening in their life. So I refer from making a judgment on that. And as soon as you try and make somebody wrong to make yourself right, then you've created a judgment. And everything that I do is built up into this appreciation, freedom, empowerment and love, right? And if you're appreciating yourself but you're trying to make other people wrong to make you right, then you've got no freedom because you're being judgmental. And it is the way it is, you can choose to accept things or you can choose not. And that's how I say, you're better going in your character rather than your reputation, because character's who you are. Be right in yourself, be right in what you do, be right in your actions, be right in how you conduct yourself, be right in your quiet moments when it's just you and you, because that's the ones that really matter. If you need to be right to everybody else, then you've obviously not found that for yourself. So for me, freedom, judgment, attachment, it's just too big a part to play for me. And I like to have a free mind, and as soon as my mind starts to get into everybody else's reasoning, it gets all jammed up, and I can't think clearly and can't do things that's best for me. And I'm thinking about how I'm constantly working on things. And what I realised over the weekend was there's one thing that I've still got a bit of work to do, and I'll keep working through that. I don't like being accused of something that I've not done, and that somehow still really hurts me. And when it hurts me, I think it makes me feel a bit angry. I don't mind if somebody points out something that I've done, I'll go, oh shit man, yeah, I did do that. Because I'm very responsible, I own up to stuff. I can piss my wife off at times, but I'm very quick to say, my bag, I done that. So when I'm accused of something that I've not done, that can hurt. And I know that's going to happen, so I'm going to need to learn to make sure that that doesn't hurt anymore. But as I say, we're all work in progresses, and that's one that I'm still working through. But the big message is, let people do what they're doing, and don't try and make them wrong to make you right, because if you do, somewhere inside you will say, how do you know their truth? How do you know why they've come up to what they've come up to? Just let them be. If somebody's attacking you, then handle it, but don't try and work out why it's happening. Does that make sense? Because as soon as you make somebody wrong to make you right, then you kind of become a bit wrong yourself for that. And just a wee bit on my coaching, sometimes I seem to be getting attached to things to do with like mental health and like suicide, and that's just I just think you need to put this out, that's just a very small part of my business, and I think it's just because I personally went through it myself. But I've got a lot of clients, and I do a lot of seminars, and there's only a small percentage of people are in that bracket where you would say that at that kind of bit of where they're feeling like they want to take their own life. And out of all the people that I've coached, it's probably only been a handful of people that have been in that place. So there may be a perception that that's what Hidden Depths looks after. And I'll be honest with you, if I was looking after that level every day to the extent that I do it, it would wear me out. So this is just something that was my own personal battle, was through mental health, and because of my story and because of the techniques I've picked up, some people are drawn to the way I do it, and it works for them. But other people, it's maybe not for them, and I think that's okay. The way I try and do it is, I believe in energy. You've got a problem energy, and you've got a solution energy, and I try and just work on more solution based. But that's not always right for people. That some people, there is people that specialise in there's psychiatrists out there. There's other levels of coaching, and I think we've all got the freedom to go what fits with it. And I think the biggest thing with a coach is the one you've got a bit of rapport with is the one that you should use. I done a course on Monday. I was like to the girl, this is fantastic. I've got so many people that want to do this course. And she said to me, look, James, a lot of people have done this and don't get the result that you get. And and I reckon that's all down to the relationship, the rapport, and where you are at yourself. So, I think we're drawn to the things that we're meant to do. And I think everybody just doing their own thing is where your power lies. As soon as you try and do other things, then you're not being your own authentic, truthful self. But I just thought I'd put that out there, because I think a lot of the things round about things like depression, Hidden Depths coaching doesn't just work with depression. I've got executive coaching coming up. The people that I'm coaching just now, it's like higher level stuff. I coach laws of attraction, so I actually coach people how to attract an abundant life, and I'm going to be doing that for myself as I continue to do that. But I could easily go and work in companies and businesses and probably earn a lot more money than what I'm doing now, but it's not really where I'm suited to. I think I've found my level that I want to do, but I will keep growing it and keep expanding it. By no means, I think we should all learn about attracting more of an abundant life, and I don't think that's all round about money. I think that's round about your health, your physical, emotional, mental and spiritual self, which for me that's abundance. But just so happens when all of them are going okay, usually you earn from that as well, because when you feel better you do more. Alright, but listen, I've got, as I say, my seminar's coming up. Got the kids seminar on the 28th of July, and even in that, when you read it, when you get it, I do state that if your kids not a stage where they're comfortable to sit in a hall, then maybe a one-to-one coaching and sort of stuff would be better for that, because the level what I'm doing is I'm trying to get people at that bit where they're just a bit stuck, rather than they've been stuck for so long. I'm trying to catch them quickly and hopefully getting them to change their focus. And then I know when they change their focus, they'll change their attraction and then things will start to become different. But as I say, that doesn't work or fit for everybody, so we're all kind of different. And then my 2-day one is the 1st and 2nd of September. That's where I take your story that you've been feeling disempowered about, and I make it an empowering story. I help you look at that differently. You look at it differently because it's your story and it's all within you. So, you know, I'm very excited about doing that. Alright, listen, this will be clip for today. I hope, Bank Holiday Monday, I'm working, but I hope people are not too rough, because I know it was quite a busy weekend. I was a wee bit tender myself yesterday, but I feel good today. Alright, listen, have a great week. Bye.